Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Kiran. Hi, Kumar, and hi, Vinit. Okay. What we can do yesterday, Vinit, do you have any queries yesterday? What we discussed about the SOVA architecture and SOVA details, right? So, do you have any queries, Kumar or Vinit?
No,
Okay. So today we will discuss about the cloud computing. What is the cloud computing and what are the methods which we have and only cloud concepts. So cloud concepts today we will discuss. So if we have a time, so the data formats we will discuss like high level. So we'll complete by tomorrow. Okay, data formats. So okay. So what is the cloud computing? So do you have any one idea about the cloud computing? What is the cloud? So we can call it as a cloud also, cloud computing, and we can call it as a cloud. So do you have any idea? Okay. So cloud is nothing but, okay, cloud is nothing but, so right? So we need to manage the application, we need to deploy our application, we need to implement our application. So we need some softwares and some servers, and to store that application data, we need to we need to some data storage as databases as well. So when the entrepreneurs start the business or start the any application implementation, so they have to maintain all the servers their own, and they have to responsible about the application and security and data storage, and everything will be owner of the application, who is the owner of the application, so his responsibility. So that is called actually on premises. Yesterday we discussed this SOA architecture is the on premises, but coming to the cloud, right? So it is a rental provided to the consumer, it is a rental provided to the application owner. So application owner does not bother about the network security and storage devices, what he want, like memory allocation and server data centers, whatever it may be. So he is don't bother about the complete computer and servers and all those things. So he is only taking about the business expansion and is application, right? What are the new features will needs to be incorporated? He's only taking care about the application only. So he doesn't care about the network security, storage, and everything. Doesn't care. So he whatever he is using that space and all the details, right? So we are going to take the rent, we are going to they are like no, we'll pay some amount to them, the cloud providers, and we are using that space to in like no, we are deploying our application and all those things. So for example, let's say, right, so we have a furnished semi furnished house, or it is a normal house. For example, if you are going to take a rent, is a semi furnished house. In the semi furnished means like we have some furniture, and we have some more like a AC or cooler, whatever it may be. It's already incorporated in the house itself. So just you are paying the rent of those things which are going to use, like no, which are going to occupy the house. So that is, for example, if we have any like no cupboards or something, it's a fridge or having any issues. So you are not bothered about those things. So house owner will take care the responsibility, and he will going to all maintenance about those items. And what we are using in the house, just we are going to pay some amount, and we are consuming those items. Same way the cloud computing also. So just we are deploying our application into the cloud area, and we are paying some amount, and we are paying some charges to the cloud providers. So that is nothing but cloud computing. So we are taking some servers and rental perspective. So the data centers what we have, we are taking the rental perspective, and we are hosting our application to the cloud area. So that is called cloud computing. So we have a cloud providers. We have cloud providers. Very initially, the market coming to the picture. So we have a Amazon cloud. After that, we have market coming, the cloud market, we have a Microsoft Azure. So after that, we have a Google Cloud as well. And after that, we have a Salesforce as well. Salesforce is a CRM system. Okay. And we have Oracle also currently marketing the cloud area. So these are all the cloud vendors. These are all the cloud vendors. So we have a cloud vendors, Amazon, Azure, Google Cloud, and Salesforce. And these are the cloud providers we have in the market. So for example, we will pay some amount to the, we are take the rental about the Amazon data centers or servers. We are hosting our application into the Amazon cloud and we pay some amount to them. So Amazon will take care about the network security and data storage, how much memory you want to allocate it for your application, and the data transformation. They will take care about your application maintenance, and they will take care about the application security. And they don't like no the business application owner can only involve the business expansion only. So we don't want to bother about the all the security and infrastructure about the cloud. So this is the feature which we have in the cloud provided by these cloud vendors we have. So that is the beauty about cloud we have. So we will just pay the amount and we will use the resources and we'll complete our applications and all those things. So this best example is a furnished and semi-furnished house when we are going to land into the house and we are using those things and we are left out of the house, right? Same thing, it is a cloud concept we have. So these are the cloud providers which we have. And we have some cloud methods we have, like for example, let's say how much what are the providers cloud providers, what are the features which you have to provide to the application, what are the features you want. For example, I want this furniture only. I don't want to like cooler, I don't want to fridge, I have only furniture is enough for me. So that type of privileges, that type of limitations we have. So we can call it as a cloud cloud types. We have called it as a cloud types. These are the cloud types we have. One is the IaaS.
Pass as that's the only one, right?
Correct,
Bro.
correct. PaaS
Yeah.
and SaaS. So these
That's
are the
Sharing the screen.
oh I think I think I forget sharing the screen. Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the cloud computing, and these are the cloud vendors which we have. We discussed so far. And coming to now cloud types, we are discussing about the cloud types. So now what is the IaaS and what is the PaaS and what is the SaaS? So these are the cloud types provided by these clouds. Amazon we can provide and Azure will provide, Google will provide and Salesforce. What all the cloud providers have, these are the cloud types which we have. IaaS is the infrastructure as a service. PaaS means platform as a service. And SaaS means software as a service. So these are the three cloud types provided by the cloud vendors for us. So here we can take the infrastructure, right? So infrastructure means, so what will cover in the infrastructure, right? So we have a, for example, network and data storage. Okay, we can call it as a DB. Okay, and maybe they can maintain the security related, and they can maintain the memory allocation of the servers memory allocation. Can call it as server memory.
That means it's related to admin, right? Admin
Correct.
related one.
Yeah, it is related to the
Completed.
Infra team will coming to the picture. The cloud infra team. Okay, cloud infra team coming to the picture, and these are the like no admin will have a access. So the admin team will take care about the complete networking, what are the features which we have and what type of security we need, and how much data storage and what the database we are going to use, and what type, how much memory of the server needs to be allocated. So the cloud admin team will take care about the infrastructure as a
Yeah,
service.
that means Bala, it's administration job. Developer is there,
Not
administrator,
developer.
production.
It's a
Three
complete
types is there, right?
correct. AWS administrator, Azure administrator. So those jobs,
Yeah.
correct. Yeah,
Okay.
those jobs come into the IaaS feature. And next we'll come to the platform as a service. So we have a cloud storage space and we need to implement some software, right? We need to implement some application. We are going to some deploy application. For example, you are going to prepare the PPT. Let's say the PPT, if you're going to prepare the PPT, so what is required software, what we need some software required, right? So that software will be Microsoft, right? Microsoft. Same way, the PaaS is a platform as a service. It provides like some softwares to implement the applications. So we can host the software and we can get the implementation, and PaaS will comes right a developers area. PaaS will comes under the developers area. So in this developers, right? So what are the components we'll cover? Like now, network and infrastructure is coming to the OCI, right? I mean, this IaaS. So coming to this, right? So as we are going to learning, OIC is coming to the PaaS application, and we can call it as the Java as a coming to the PaaS application, and we have .NET will come into the PaaS application. So all like we have some BPM other than other application tools or we have, right? So it will come to the these are will come to the PaaS application. So who is the owner of this application? Like who is the part of this PaaS cloud types, right? So developer will come into the picture, and by using developer is using this platform, and he will going to implement the application and to expose it to the consumer. So this is nothing but the PaaS, platform as a service. And coming to the SaaS as a software as a service. For example, software as a service means it's an end user application. Like you can call it as a end user. So end user application. End user will come into the SaaS type. This is the admin type, this is the developers, and this is the end user. You know, right? For example, we have a DMart. We have a like no, all the shopping markets we have. So when you're going to purchase some items, they will use one application, and that application will use like no billing the provisions and what we have, and they provided the invoices for us. So those applications will comes under the end user applications what they are using, right? So those will comes under the SaaS cloud type. So coming to these examples which we have, so yesterday we discussed about some modules we have in the Fusion related, right? So in Fusion HCM is an end user application, and is a SCM and finance, and we have a other modules like a sales cloud and service now. We can call it as a service now. These are the applications will comes under the SaaS cloud type. So this is the difference between IaaS and PaaS and SaaS. These are the three cloud types for the cloud providers.
SaaS is related to UAE, Bala.
Correct, exactly. UA. End user means UAE application. Yeah, end user UA. We can add UAE as well also for your understanding.
Okay.
Yeah, till that, do you have any questions? What is the cloud and what are the cloud providers and what are the cloud types what we have? And OIC is we are going to learn this OIC, right? So OIC comes under the PaaS applications. Okay. So here I'll just write the FAQs as well, just for your note only. So in this area, the interview questions might be OIC will comes under which cloud type? OIC will comes under which cloud type? There is a chance to they will ask the question like which cloud type. So we can tell as a pass, and if someone maybe ask the reason also. So then we can explain what exactly pass will do and what are the services we'll give some examples for that one. So they will come up with this question in the interview point of view. So till now, do you have any queries? Okay.
No, bro. Good.
Yeah, and then we can call it as a one more cloud models. Cloud models, or we can call it as a cloud deployment methods. Deployment methods. So in the cloud, we have the deployment, right? So we have on-premises, we have a deployment method is different. And cloud models, we can, for four methods, we have the cloud deployment. For example, I have implemented one application. I have purchased some space about some like Oracle. Okay, let's say we'll take about our example only. So we'll build one application in OIC, and we are going to deploy the integration application in the cloud admin, right? So how many ways we can do the cloud, the deployment methods? So one is public cloud method, and second one is private cloud method, and third one is hybrid cloud method, and fourth one is polycloud. This is newly introduced very recently. It's a polycloud. Like no, it is around introduced 2018, like 2019 between. So this method is introduced. So earlier we have a three methods only. So recently, like 2018 and 19 around. So the polycloud method also introduced and coming to the market. So now coming to the public cloud. What is the public cloud deployment method? What is the public cloud deployment? So let's say public, what is the main difference between the public and private? I think most of the cases we hear the public and private, right? So the public means it is exposed to, it is accessible to everyone. It is accessible to everyone. So there is no restriction. So they don't have very limited security. So that type of applications, they can deploy in the public cloud, and everyone can access those applications. Everyone can access the application. They don't have any security reasons, and they don't have any user authentication. Like no, they will go and connect the user, and they will have a one URL or something, right? They will go expose and they can use that application. So let's say, for example which we have, Gmail. So Gmail, it is a public cloud application. So everyone can access the Gmail. So just we need to give some sign up information, the personal information. So they don't have any charge about that. So we will create the account on the Gmail, and we can use the Gmail across everywhere. So there is no restrictions to access the Gmail account. So it's the best example like a for public application method, like no deployment method. And coming to the private, right? So the private we have, it is some restrictions. They have some restrictions. When you're going to invoke the application, we need like no we need to follow some restrictions. So they have some security. They will provide some authenticated permissions, like no, they provided the access to the authenticated users, not for all. So only the authenticated users can access those applications which is hosted on the private cloud. So we limited access, and those persons also like is a authorized persons, and they are only invoking the applications in the private cloud. So let's say, for example, we have a net banking. Net banking. they don't have any net banking is the best example. So we don't have all the like no, we don't have access to everyone. Net banking, we don't have access to everyone. So the only net banking access can get the customer like an account holder with some user ID and password. So the user ID password is the some authentication security. So based on that username and password authenticated, so then only you can access the net banking and you can do your transactions. So there is a one security user level authentication. Maybe some of the banks they have a OTP as well, and they have some multi-factor authentication. So different types of authentication we have. So we can limited people. So who is the owner of that application for the particular account? So they can only access the application in the private cloud. So that type of applications they can deploy into the private cloud. Okay. And coming to the hybrid, so hybrid is coming to it combines the both. It combines the both. Some of what are the achievements we have in the public and private, right? It combines the both. It will comes under this hybrid deployment method. Both private and private access which we have, like say we have some VPN, we have some virtual private network, we are connecting to that and we are getting right. It is like no, it comes like a both private and public. So we can access both private and public applications with some security like the limited privileges, and they can able to access both private and public applications, which is hosted on the hybrid cloud. And coming to this poly cloud, it is newly started. So actually here, right? So earlier it is we have like these are for example these three methods, either Amazon they take over and Azure or Google or Salesforce and Oracle, right? But here Oracle will come up with Microsoft. So together Microsoft and Oracle together they start the deployment method as a poly cloud together. And like now this is the one way, and same way Oracle and Google. So Oracle will collaborate with the other cloud vendor, and they are using this one and they can deploy the applications in the cloud, right? So that method is called as the poly cloud. So these are the four methods. So we have in the present cloud deployment methods. So the FAQs will ask what are the cloud deployment methods which we have in the cloud market. So this might be they will ask cloud methods. Maybe sometimes they will ask about the what is the differences between here and what it will comes to. They will ask some more on this. Okay. So this is the cloud area. So why I explained about this one. So now very initially we are in the SOA architecture is a on premises. Now I explained about the cloud concepts. So now we'll move into the our OIC. How OIC will come into the picture and when it is started into the market, and how what are the features which we have in this cloud OIC. Okay. So till cloud discussion. So do you have any queries about the cloud? So we are very clear about
No,
under pass who will be coming to the pass and who will be coming to the, I mean, like we can call it as a jobs, right? So like admin team will come into the IAS and developers will come into the pass and end users will come into the IAS. This is very clear. So one because we need more clear about the differences. So the cloud types which we have. Okay. So now coming to the OAC. So
OIC will comes under which deployment method?
path. No. Deployment method is depends upon the application. For example, in OSC, you are implementing one gateway application, some payment gateway application integration, right? So that integration have some restriction. That integration needs some security. So in that case, the particular integration is going to be deployed in the private area. For example, it is a common logging framework of everyone can access and everyone can use. So in that type of integrations which comes under the public method, it depends upon your requirement. It depends upon your business functionality which we are going to implement the integration. We are supposed to decide whether I can going to deploy in the public cloud, whether I can going to deploy in the private cloud. So that based on the functionality, based on the business specification, based on the business restriction. So we will decide, and we are going to decide on which deployment method we need to use, and we are going to host the application over there. So it depends upon the business functionality. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is our main training goal. Okay. So before I explain these all the things, just like a very high level, brief introduction about the cloud and on-premises. So OIC is nothing but Oracle Integration Cloud. Okay, this is the Oracle Integration Cloud. As we discussed earlier, comes under the PaaS cloud type. Okay, so Oracle Integration Cloud, this is the tool, right? So this is the tool. This is the tool platform. By using this, we can implement the integrations in OIC. Okay, so here what we can, so this OIC will provided by the which cloud vendor? We discussed about the five types of cloud vendor, right? So this will provided by vendor is Oracle. Oracle provided the OIC integration cloud tool for us. So this is the tool, right? So they will provide OCI. OCI is nothing but Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. So here the OCI will provide. So this admin team will comes under the OCI perspective. So here the admin team will comes into the picture. So they will create the user instances about the OIC. So they will provide the login for us for OIC integration tool. So they will give some permissions and they have created the OIC and they will provide access to the user. And we are as a developer, we have a developer. So we are log into this one and we are going to implement the integrations in the OIC level. So the cloud provider for the OIC is Oracle Corporation. The Oracle Corporation, we have a complete OCA, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, and the infrastructure will provide the instance to us to develop the applications in the cloud Oracle Integration Cloud, right? So this is the tool. So they will provide it us. So this is the structure which we have. Will logins and all those things will provided by the Oracle team. Okay. So now we coming to the market very initially the Oracle integration Oracle integration, they started with the ICS. So ICS means integration cloud service. Very initially they have provision, they implemented the tool only integration cloud services. Very initially they started very initially ICS. It's a some very initially we can call it as a initially introduced, and later came into the market. They will come up with OIC generation 1. OIC generation 1. So this is the version OIC generation 1. So this is the version OIC generation. They will start into the market around 2018. They come into the picture 2018 with the OIC. So from first it is ICS and they have some added into the some features and they are integrated, they are improved with the application, and they started 2008 and they released one version called OIC generation 1. We can call it as a OIC generation 1. So in the generation 1, so what are the features which we have? Okay. what are the features which we have? So very initially they started like a VBCS in the OIC generation and ICS and coming to the PCS with the help of Azure. I mean, they're together with the help of Azure also. So the Oracle and Azure together, they have some modifications on the ICS integration and they have added some features and they released the version called OIC Generation 1 and 2018. Okay, in that version release, what are the features which we have? These three features, they are incorporated. So one is already ICS is a basic feature, right? ICS, along with ICS, they have added the VBCS and PCS. So what is VBCS and PCS? So this is also one type of integrations. Okay. So just I'll give some abbreviation, but we are not part of the primary developers for the VBCS. So just I'll give some abbreviation. Visual Builder Cloud Service. So I think a couple of minutes might be our Zoom will close. Again, we will reopen the same Zoom. You can join the same link. Okay.
Okay.
And ICS we already discussed, right? And PCS. So PCS is nothing but Process Cloud Services. So these are the new features. They are incorporated and they released a version called OIC Generation 1 in 2018. So by using this also, we can implement web and mobile applications. Web and mobile applications we can implement by using PBCS. And coming to the PCS, it's a process cloud services. It's like whatever the integrations which we have implemented, so that will auto approval, like automatic approval. It will go into automatic approval. So for example, let's say you apply the leave in your organization. So the leave will go into, like, we are not just applying the leave in the portal and we are not giving, like, no, we are not going to ask the manager approval, like line one manager and line two manager, like that, right? So just as the user perspective, we can submit our leave application and we fire and forget, like just we apply the leave application, so and you are going to take the leave, or you don't want to wait once this approved leave and then I am going to take the leave. That is very difficult. So just we are going to submit the application at employee level and internally. So it will going to get the auto approval by the L1 manager. So once L1 manager is approved, might be they have some criteria. So and then we'll go to the L2 manager, line 1, line 2 manager. Same way till, like for example, based on your leave application or based on your designation. So whether we go to the L1, L2, L3 sub levels, right? So it's one by one. It's a once L1 is approved, automatically it will go for a second approval and automatically it will go for third approval and your leave will be approved. So that type of applications which we have, you'll implement under the PCS cloud integration. So like for example, loan application, just you're going to apply one personal loan or home loan. So you're not just you are applying the loan and like it will go to the first initial like field office or something. So once it's verified and it's approved by the field officer, and it will go to the next level like a bank manager or something, right? Same way. So that type of applications comes under the PCS. So we are not part of this integration developer. So just maybe the interviewer will ask the questions, what is the VBCS and what is the PCS? Just will idea about that one only. So these are the features will come into the OIC generation 2. I mean 1, sorry. And next, they will have some modifications again. And they started around 2020 and 2020 between. Okay. They will come up with the version called OIC Generation 2. What are the features here we have? Earlier they're together with Azure and Oracle, right? But now they're coming to the complete product by Oracle only. So Oracle maintains the complete product, and they have added these features. And now only OCA means Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. This is Oracle, right? So OCA will take care about the complete application maintenance and the responsibility about this application, tool, and they have released in the market with the OIC generation 2. Same features only, same features only. So around this is 2022-21 between they introduced. And currently, present in the market which we have OIC generation 3, OIC generation version 3. And when it is coming to the market, so around it's came into the market 2023 to 2024 around. They have some features they are added, and they have introduced as a generation 3. So here what they added in the PCS, right? So we have some PCS, and there are some adapter concepts like a FTP, and we have some ATP, and like we have some these are the adapters which have implemented the new adapters, or they come up with this some features, and they are introduced version called generation 3 around 2023 to 2024 between. So currently we are in market OIC generation 3. So we are working under generation 3 only. Like for example, currently if we are currently all the developers are working, so generation 3 only. So what are the applications got implemented in the generation 2? Some of the projects started migration from generation 2 to generation 3. So the migration already started. Some projects was implemented around 2021 in generation 2. So those projects, those applications already started in the market. They migrated to generation 3. So they have some additional features they added, and now they are completely handling the OAC by the Oracle Cloud Corporation only. So that is market into the 2023, around 2024. So interview may ask on which generation you are going to work. So interview may ask the which generation we are going to work. So depends upon our experience. We are going to put some 3 years. Let's say, for example, we are putting 3 years, right? So then we can call it as initially we started on the generation 2. So now we are working on the generation 3. So on which generation, currently which generation you are working? OIC Gen 3. Which generation we are working means OIC Gen 3. So based on our experience, for example, if we are holding the experience 4 years,